Hello and welcome back. In this video, we'll see the first project of our class is called online fraud detection. If you want to do a career in data science, data engineering, or data analytics, and you have the background of computer background, and you want to do the career in IT as a data science, then and maybe you have learned something related to NumPy, Pandas, or scikit-learn, and you want to brush up your skill, or you want to add a project in resume. So you can go through this video and learn a lot of things throughout the video. So let's start with the project, and the first project is online fraud detection. And nowadays we are doing a lot of transactions, we use the UPI for purchasing some goods and do the card transaction of card transactions for purchasing anything like fashion brand or related to eating out. We do use ATM and credit card. So nowadays the fraud are increasing day by day. The reason is because there are loopholes, not loopholes, because we do some people are not aware about the links, sharing a links or sharing a password with someone, or anything happen. And means there is always a loophole, and that loophole the people use to track down you, and that's how they do the fraud. So we'll learn the fraud detection here. So I have given means I have one data set with me, uh, and this is how, if you want to get a data set in the uh, Google Colab, just click here on a files, and after clicking on a files, go to here, upload to the sessions storage. Click on it and then give the path of your C drive, or where you store on your desktop or wherever in your computer. Give the path and then upload it. Once you upload, you can see it here. You can refresh by giving a refresh button, and just you can click, like, this is the my data set, but the name is very uh, confusing. So I'm just renaming it with online fraud. Okay, CSV, and it will reflect very soon. Yeah, it is reflect now. So you get the part how to get a CSV file or any file in your Google Colab. So, so we'll start with importing our libraries which we need. First library is Pandas. Uh, Panda is very important library in Python, as we use for data manipulation and manipulation and analysis. For analysis purpose, we use the Pandas library. So we'll take it as a PD. Then we'll take uh, NumPy as NP. Then we'll take uh, Seaborn. Seaborn is a library for uh, if you want to uh, if you want to see the graphical view or a graphical representation like a pie chart, bars, you need Seaborn. It is a very advanced library, I can say. More advanced library are present in the Python, but this one is a very usable, means in daily life it the people uses. So we'll use the matplotlib for plotting, same purpose. Matplotlib py plot as a plt. Then what we need, और क्या लगेगा, NumPy is used for mathematical functioning like uh, linear algebra, Fourier transform, all of this. This is a basic knowledge, but I don't need to explain over here, but I'm explaining. And we need a sklearn. From sklearn, what we need, model selection. You may got the question where I'm getting this knowledge, or this. Uh, you can go on sklearn website and you'll get all the detail related to how to get the sub libraries. Like from sklearn, we have imported the train train test split, right? And we'll start importing. It run and tick green means it is. So we'll start importing our CSV file. So I will give the name my CSV file as a DF, and we'll start using p.read slash CSV because my file is in the CSV format. I'll go here again and take uh, copy the path. Then I'll write the path and start. Okay, it's successful run. We'll go and get our file by using a head. What we get, we'll get first 5 rows. If I give a 10, I'll get a 10 first 10 rows. And how many columns we have to check how many columns we have in a data frame, we can just write columns data frame and just column. So we'll get a number of column which we have steps type. Then we need to know that what type of data we have in our data columns. So we can just write uh, df.info and we'll get the information about all the data we have. Like first data is a step data, it is int, but we're having a step data, it is 111 all over the thing. Means all the rows are filled with one. We can check that by using df dot step df dot step dot unique unique, and we'll get the the data like 1 2 3 4, we have unique values over there. We can say that. So we have that unique value over there, so we'll keep it right now. And then we have object value over here and some float value. We can check uh, do we have a null value in our data set. So to check the null value, how we can check, just write the data frame name, data frame, then is null. We're just asking data frame, is there null value, then we'll get a true false in the form. So what we do, we just write sum because we don't need in the form of true or false. So we'll get the sum, uh, one value in new balance destination, one value in is fraud, and one value is in flagged fraud. So what we do, we'll get the shape before moving forward. By using a shape, what we get, number of rows and number of column. We have number of rows are like 4,36,640. It is a big data, huge data, and we have 11 columns. So what we do now, we'll go and we'll see in our first type. Uh, this is a object. This is object one because it's not in a int format. So we'll convert into int format. Before converting into int format, we'll get the count. How many count we have for payment? Like first we'll what we get. Like we'll just write type, and type will write unique. Get a number of unique what do we say, unique contain or unique uh, objects we have in that column. Like we have payment, transfer, then cash out, debit, and cash in. So what we can we can even get a value dot count value dot count, so that will get how many payment, like we have this much amount of payment, this much amount of cash out, this much amount of cash in. We'll get this like one segregated picture, like how how much cash out uh, in the quantity, and on we can store it as a type here. We'll just store it as a type. So what we'll get, if I put uh, type dot index, I'll get all the values like payment, transfer. Okay, and what we do, we'll store it as a what will store? We can store it as a transaction. That will be better because transaction is a good name to store that, and we'll store it as a transaction. And the second, how many quantities will getting for payment and transfer. So we'll save it as a quantity, quantity in the form of type dot values. Okay, so now what we do, we'll do one thing. We'll just, okay, sorry, I need to pay uh value. I need to put that as a value. Now okay. So what we do, we'll do one thing. As we can do the pie chart. If you learn in your primary education or secondary education how to graph a pie chart, we are doing the same thing here to express how many transactions and quantity we have in a types. So uh, so import, what we import from one more library is there for graphing, and that is plotly. It is very advanced one, I can say that. Express from, okay, import, sorry, import what we text. Okay, okay, sorry, I need to import as px, and this is should write this, it should look like, okay. We have imported successfully. After importing it successfully, what we need from px, what we need a pie chart. So I'll take, if you want to know कि how to write इनसाइड क्या क्या लिखना है, इफ यू वांट टू नो कि इसमें क्या क्या है, लाइक फर्स्ट वी व्हाट वी नीड एज as a input, data frame, then name, values, color. If you want to give a color to change the uh, that pie chart color, if you want to, you can change. Then you can give the width, height, obe- obesity is for what do we say, जब हमें कलर ज्यादा कम करना होता है ना, लाइक क्या बोलते हैं उसको, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर द नेम राइट नाउ. If you want to faint that color, you can use the opacity. Whole, we are going to use the whole, and we are going to use the title. So let's start. Our data frame name is data frame, as we know, df, and then we pass what we gonna pass for second one is value, I think so. So for value, we'll pass our value. Sorry, I need to write values, and then I'll pass quantity, then names or names. Okay, names as a transaction. Uh, am I writing right? I don't know. I'll check that. Then what we need, whole. Whole is for, I'll explain it later. Just right now, I'll put point 4, and then there is a title. Title is for what kind of pie chart is that? Means for what purpose we are giving a pie chart over there. Uh, it is more about description. So what is that? Distribution, distribution, distribution of what? Of what? Transaction type. Okay, and I'll just run. Hopefully it will run. Oh, now you can see that this is the pie chart over here. 36.3% is a cash out, because and we'll get the values and label also. So you can change the whole size by, if I put 8, then the hole will be thin. Yeah. If you want a thicker the hole, you want to just write 2, it will be whichever look good, but 4 looks good as here. So I'll put 4 again. And this is our title. Okay. Then we'll move forward. So and if you want to know key what is the reason I just uh, use the pie chart over here, the reason is we'll get a distribution of transaction over here, and we'll see further कि हमें इसका कितना यूज होता है. So what we'll do that we have null values over there. Actually, before doing the pie chart, we should uh, this null value should be replace or drop. So right now here we have only one value. So if I have multiple values and the data set needed to be replaced with mean, median, or any mathematical substances, then we'll use over there. But right now I can see here we don't need that much, because we have a very high number of data set, and if I remove one of data set, it will not affect my accuracy or a model. So what I can do, I'll just use df dot drop na drop na and drop na, and I'll just run. If once why I'm using as a df is equal to df drop now, because it is a permanent solution, it is not a temporary solution. If you are want to do the temporary solution, like some function are temporary when we don't use or give the variable to store it. Okay, now what we do, uh, so we'll print just our df. Now we can see df, it is same as before, but now what we want from uh, our data set, we want this type, and first of all, what we going to get from this data, fraud हुआ है या नहीं, is fraud happen or not. So what is my target, is fraud happen or not. So this is my target, and this is our we can say independent variable, and this is my dependent. Okay, so it is a categorical type, and when we use a categorical and a regression type, you have to watch some video on YouTube, because I'm not going to explain over here, because uh, पहले से ही 80 मिनट का वीडियो हो चुका है. We'll going to just discuss the project over here, so you have basic knowledge of data science or all the things, then only you can know all this thing. So you can add those project in your resume and get a good knowledge about it. So and सो व्हाट वी गोना डू, हमें जो टाइप है ना उसको रिप्लेस करना है. हमारे पास कितना यूनिक वैल्यू है इसमें, 5 टाइप का है. लाइक फर्स्ट वन इज पेमेंट, सेकंड इज ट्रांसफर, कैश आउट, कैश इन एंड डेथ. सो व्हाट वी गोना डू, विल रिप्लेस by using a replace function of df dot replace. And हमें रिप्लेस क्या करना है, what we want to replace with what, हमें हमारे पास क्या क्या चीज है वो देखते हैं. लाइक हम यूनिक में जाएंगे, जो हमने यूनिक वाला ये किया था ना, विल जस्ट कॉपी दिस वन, बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट टू राइट इट डाउन अगेन. सो आई जस्ट एंड ये रिप्लेस करना है विथ व्हाट, वैल्यू देना पड़ेगा ना. विल नीड टू गिव द वैल्यूज. फॉर दैट वी व्हाट वी नीड टू चेक, वी नीड टू चेक कि बाबा, let me go over here. mm, oh, actually I had done here, but we'll do it again. We can just try type. we'll add one more and we'll just write the type. If we'll get the type. Okay. Now here the first, what is first one? First one is cash out. Number of values or transactions are more than transaction type. So what we do, we'll give the values, comma values, and what we pass over there, we'll pass for payment is on second number, so we'll pass 2 for that. Then for transfer it is on fourth number, because fourth, why I'm taking the fourth, because it's in the fourth uh, in the ascending order, we can say fourth one, so we'll give a fourth one. Then cash out is first one, I will take first one. Then what we have, it's the fifth one. Then we have cash in, it is a third one. And one more thing we need to do here, why we do the in place thing, because if you do the in place over here, uh, it will replace in dataset all the dataset, means like if I do here, okay, here we don't have values, here we have values only, and we'll do it. If I replace now, we can print the dataset. Let's see what we have over here. You can see here it is replaced with 1 2 values. Now what we need to do here, we need to do it with uh, is fraud. So we'll do it with another technique, we can say df dot in df in square bracket, we'll take this is fraud. This is another technique we can replace is equal to df of is fraud, like is fraud. And then we do what map, we'll do the map by use, and will what we pass in a map will pass the values for what, for 0, for 0 will pass what, true, true. No, for 0 will pass false, or we, for 0 will pass no fraud. Right, no fraud. And for 1 will pass uh, fraud. Okay, and we just don't know, it will, oh, see, okay, now you can see here it is replaced with 0 and 1 replaced with 0 replaced with no fraud, and 1 replaced with fraud. Okay, now our data set is what we need in the format, means in the integer or float format, so we can proceed further. Like what we need to train the data, so we need x. For x, what we going to do, we'll do the, we'll get the uh, what will say, whatever the column we need. Actually we need a type 1. uh you have one question, how I'm segregating what column we need. Actually type, because it is like mandatory amount, it is mandatory. Name of origin, we don't need this. Then old balance of, yes we need this. New balance, we need this. New destination, a name destination, we don't need this. Old balance of destination, we don't need this. New balance of destination, we don't need this. We, what we need, old balance of origin and new balance of origin. That's the thing we need over here right now, so we'll take those only. Okay, so let's start. You can just copy here this 4 column we'll taking. Okay, if you want, you can add those column also for what we can say, for uh, for develop modeling. Okay, now we'll take our y. I can take my y by using ilog, and I'll pass uh, all the row and -2 for my column. Okay, and I'll just now you can print your y. It's right or wrong. Just check it out. We need to get okay. Our y is right what we need. Now, uh, our what we going to apply? We are going to apply the categorical algorithm. Means our data is categorical. We have to find the categorical data. There's a fraud or not. When we apply the classifier algorithm, when we have yes, no, uh, then positive, negative, fraud, no fraud, this type of condition, then we use the classification. So I'm going to use here, we can use the logistic regression. If you want, we can use more algorithm. For this video, I'm just going to use from sklearn dot tree, because we need to import decision classifier, because we are not going to use the regression. So हम model as a decision decapital रखने का यहाँ पे. This is case sensitive, you need to use right over here. Or I'll just do the one thing, और यहाँ पे spelling mistake हो गया, then I think so हुआ ही है. Decision, yeah. Okay. What we going to do, fit our model by using the fit method. Model dot fit, and what we're going to pass, before that we need to train our model. So I'll use, I forgot one important step over here, and that is xtrain. We need to find xtrain, uh x test, uh y train, and y test by using train test split that we have already imported in our file. So what we pass x, then our y, then test size. ये क्या क्या पैरामीटर मैं कर रहा हूँ ना, you need to find out by your own, or you need to watch some video or on YouTube, so you'll get it ki baba why I'm doing this. uh, or just read the file, or if you need, you can make a video on it. Random state is equal to, we'll take 42 over here right now. Okay, I have done the mistake over here. I need to put a comma, and I have, so let's try again. Oh, it is completed. What we going to pass here, x train and y train. Once the model is fit, we'll do model dot we'll get the score, model dot score. What actually, yeah, model dot score by using x test and well, y test. To get the accuracy of, okay, it is a 95 99%. Actually, I never get the 99% in my till date, but it is showing the 100% accuracy on performing. So this is that's That's it. We have developed our model. Now what we can do, we can do one thing. We can predict our model by just, let's predict one will pass some value over the prediction. How to predict that I'm showing. If you want to predict ki baba in future, if you put some new value over there, so it should be predict well na. Model dot prediction, what we going to do, model dot prediction, and will pass values. Like I'm going to pass the first one value, and will say कि बाबा हमारा 9 908 9800 170 136. I'll write the same as it is, and fourth value is 1,60,296. We'll pass this and we'll see. As no prediction, predict होगा. I'm uh it is not prediction, model dot predict, and I have passed all this value, and it is predicted as a no fraud. So what we can do, we'll go over there and we'll see the first value. First means zeroth index value is no fraud. We have passed the zeroth index value and we'll get what, no fraud. So we have successfully completed our first project, and you can see here the result. You can possibly add more values in future. If you get a real time value, you can, means you can see in a real time value, it is a real one project. You can add in your resume. You can tell, means when you got interview, you can explain as I explain. But I know I'm not explain very well. uh, in future I will get organize all the thing, and I explain more. uh, uh, what I say, अच्छी तरह से I'll explain very in a good way, that you can express in your interview also. So thank you for watching this video, and this is the project one, online fraud detection. See you in the next project. Thank you.